the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Undoubtedly, one characteristic feature of this administration, I'm talking about the administration led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the use of security officials to intimidate, be it say nipano or a journalist or a political figure. The hear say in one way or the other, or tilted towards the previous Akufo-Addo's administration. And in fact, the Yoku, BNI, CID, National Security, and the last stroke that broke the camel's back in these issues happens to be the arrest of Chairman Kwambafo Abronye, the Bono regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party. And you know, barely some weeks ago, now I dominated the airwaves. The arrest of Kwambafo Abronye CID office. Yeah, prepare for court. Accra Circuit Court 9. Kwanya na CID for air transport to Abronye from our headquarters to the court through the use of the Black Maria. Kwenye bedie ya refuse to bail. Ye ni sa until finally Judge ni anoti case no so granted Chairman Kwambafo Abronye a bail of 50,000 Ghana cedis with one surety, no other conditions attached. And Nanyakopon Yadomwa. Chairman Kwambafo Abronye, in fact, TDD just over the week, ordinary chiremu ewo Asantemai, ebe joining Asantemai, bra na Asantemai nyina eja Asantehima ekwine fe. Na fansa Chairman Kwambafo Abronye ebeji ye na esewani esese ye kanchirawo. Na nipa bebrebe no ansama mo kan se de akwaso de omususu se nya de Chairman Kwambafo Abronye betumi aba back to various social media platforms abe propagate Nsem-Pii abandada under His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo ye nei abanfofra abaso in fact etwa esano achia mo. But trust you me, Kwambafo nye obi a ye kana no tum enei he is Ghana's Nelson Mandela. He is Ghana's Bobby Wine. He's back. And he's back to his best. Urwani chilemo ni Ohia TV online portal. Meka se ya no Kwambafo Chairman Abronye edi abeto ho no say. And that day, the 22nd day of September, Ghana for hwanimu say obebie jatana pa. And obabebi. There are 5 topical issues. And Chairman Kwambafo Abronye ebeboboso. The other kind, or say he's coming to set the record straight on Asantemai, on His Royal Majesty. Na say to abebio, otosu mienu. Oba set the record straight. Amagana nyina hu say, when it comes to kingdom, when it comes to kingship, nobody comes close. Now actually how successful. Doti ye nana ama dom kuna du. Wanya the baby crow. How successful ye again global recognition. Chairman Kwambafo chirema obebi sansem no nyina. There also mienu. Chairman Kwambafo chirema o body ewura Supreme Court. Now body ewura justice. Araba esabasaki tukonu ensemu. Now actually with regards to the law and no ambiguity, say, Justice Gertrude Tukono deserves every benefit. Yes, sir, second. True to the retirement benefit. Say, Nunti, and a banya tissue person or more force out of officer, or no Chairman Kwambafo Abronye, ever set the record straight, actually say, she has only been relieved of her duty as Chief Justice of this country. But I know say, Abaye to be apamono de nefri so. Say, Omanon servo as a justice of the Supreme Court. Or say, no so, yenu so chair ope. Oba set the record straight. Now, the agenda number 3. Chairman Kwambafo chiremwa. Obe body ewura His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kache. Now, what Ghana for say? Sa 14 deportees no a omukwaje wo free US. Edo mo ba wo man yi mu without parliamentary approval. Yeah, the Honorable Okujeto Black say they don't need parliamentary approval because it is a memorandum of understanding with the government of US. Yeah, nay 11 out of the 14 deportees actually omanyi akojina Accra High Court. Say ye tie mo fa hodie so no. Kwa ma fu kire mu a some $6 million bia for baby. You know what set the record straight. Now then krata egu form. Then next on the agenda the issue of illegal mining in Galamsey. Kwamba fu kire mu a or say or be provide the evidence depicting the fact that it is NDC members 100%. And then omugu Galamsey so nyafu kafu. Say nsu wani ensase. Said already Erastus Asare Donko ede abetu dwapefe ya achirije bia. Anyhow na de atwa to ni say obesa bo ede radio Honorable Kennedy Hene Japan akache na wa expose no be pa no hontoma kwan ya wonam so na ohye ne baby mama kutupa ema no edidi the MPP delegates attempt na afei no so no wasan evidence ni de gu akwan mu kire hawa the Honorable Kennedy Japan the personal aid a petition the Inspector General of Police IGP Yohonu Tete Yohonu say on sign mechi ono kwamba for Abronye enkrata abode awura the IGP headquarters ya a free Kennedy Japan personal aid no kwamba for Abronye chire manyumrei but sanin krata ni nyina mu adi egu ho this and many more ena obe enjoy bra chairman kwambafo ebe storming ohia TV online portal ene enyumri enti if people were jubilating out there say chairman kwambafo Abronye nioma ekoso no ye de aka na no atumu a then they have laughed at the wrong side of their mouth because chairman is back and is back with bangers. Stay tuned. Say nyame adomu a enyumre no nsia we will all be on that platform to witness Chairman Kwambafo Abronye throughout all forms of evidence as against these 5 topical issues you will be discussing. Now I was a backward reset and Yohonu. Na Momo from the MCR na afe with a video by video then I will speak to it and yema womo ekaye and some of their position yesterday when they were in opposition and what they are telling us today whilst they are in government. And we are dealing with Galamsey, illegal mining. In the coming days, we will talk about health issues, policies, programs, what position then and their position today. Mama yensha videos no na enche aso ani foko betrasia woman de aboafo no ho nsem beba woman de bolkata mu nsem no ebeba na ne aka no ye de eno nso ato so I want to meet TV as I want to meet TV live on Facebook na yanko tie nsem de mi said ye Galamsey krono enya no ba ko pa ana wasana nado ene Dr. Baumia yera Abuja pa no lands and natural resources minister ene ne deputy obedi by 3 months akwasi kurani num de ometima ye e dey stop Galamsey and say ye be declare state of emergency say abai no de ohebe ba se ba biadu no de edu akwaso afa me pieto brame ene ma mu aye den na enya no ba ko pa eno ane say bofo kasem yensi awonti ase na nyawe me bafia ma be cheche wase yes state of emergency be dey ndu no and was a putupum ye twana mo bia yes ni pase da bi baby akwakodu no emu odin so Emmanuel Kofi Amabua ana enei John Romani Mahama jini di ye eno mo ba power why the lands and natural resources minister the other person okuje to abla kwakwa mpodie menim se enei Ghana fo nyina mahuno na mahunu ni pasu ene ne ban ene se wakasa gidi a wasa mugidi anase gidi ani se mugidi edi ono kwa se remember se meka bi na no ada baby odin sare nam no na in the coming days beba so
a private jet no the man na de Kenya and the Omo Kenya no we will come there. And then you also saw Sam George. What the Ghana flag na to my Eddie Fra. I am doing this for the purpose of more TV no. Na ocha say na do betumi stop Galamsey now. Dana workers asam na no. And then Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. Now I am Mampeni da from 2013 to 2017. Na onim sadie amamuo ene hyehyesitie. Nanso so tumi ana open tino. Onu so gina Nsem-Pii so ede so bo na nyina bo na nado danko Akufo-Addo. And then it got back to them today. And they are telling us different stories. This is the Ghana they promised us. And I say, this is not the Ghana they promised us. Is this the Ghana they promised us? And the Galamsey issues, you know. And now that media encounter, they say, what dia? Papa na ya assembly simple. Say, enya she, Galamsey dia enya, yensu say, na me tie a reporter, yes, konongo. Yeah, can officer a wachira, konongo. Kontomre atosodie a omudie no the acidic content a ewom no ama nkwala ya ewu omofofro ene chizemperifo mpa wor nyarewa eyentimi anso no na eba won so. These are some of the things that we are talking about. Mama, the next video na wo hono no na yento so o de mo videos na anopienya a clear picture say unu ndc nia eni I was already here no. Any so what GDS abai way ebe bisun kubi about Galamsey illegal mania. Then you have to revise your position and you're thinking about this government because and some of them kind of opposition no and they are telling us a different story altogether. Come as obeka nemom wanunu to me nyagodo anya because God do na wo moto no illegal miners Galamsey for gold and moto entini enya sika free mu entinya hwe. That is the gospel according to John Dramani Mahama. Say Galamsey no akoso yina ya gitum owo position wakaza state of emergency is the only solution. Namom ene yenya sika free mu ntino nipa 4 million and involved about Galamsey illegal mining ntino o kobra kra no. In any case see sika kra free mu ntino nya
over the entire country. But the government won't do this. The government meanwhile has rolled out policies including the military and the army. I mean, if you didn't see this as so important, why would you do the army? But the army had been deployed in over 3 or 4 programs, which have all failed. Interministerial committees were put up. They've also failed. A 64-member committee was also put up. They've also failed. Galam stop, Galam fight, all those terms were coined. So now the people think that to using the military in the first instance to champion the fight which failed, the people in the ground they don't fear anybody any longer because all the soldiers themselves couldn't fight them, couldn't stop it. So it's only a state of emergency under which condition special
imposition of an emergency or state of emergency. Yes, constitutionally provided. Article 21, Article 31. They make those provisions. But would the imposition of a state of emergency resolve the matter? I think that there's an alternative to the imposition of a state of emergency. Because if you declare a state of emergency, you require
in parliament, you know, or na earlier on na what training car all kasa ye the soldier for akọ ye the police for akọ ya ye galam stop ya ye way ni nyina anu ensiaga me wo fa bi no atwe no da no ensiaga ni nyina ensiaga. The only solution is a state of emergency. That is when they were in opposition. October 24th, 2024, and Wakas Assembly. Just last Saturday, now they are on news file. Now they are on news file. Now, or justify the entire and they say Ghana declare state of emergency on Galamsey. This is an NDC MP for you. Na mutiete sa ankofo mo dada mo saa na 2024 adwuma na nado danko akufuado ene Dr. Mahmoud Bamia kabo mo ye no mutie NDC for na da na mokoto aba ede mo Rosen Nelson dam ye femokpo oni mutie ne biu
which under which. So the call for a state of emergency is so apt. It is not over the entire country, but the government won't do this. The government, meanwhile, has rolled out policies, including the military and the army. I mean, if you didn't see this as so important, why would you deploy the army? Over 3 or 4 programs, which have all failed. Interministerial committees were put up. They've also failed. A 64-member committee was also put up. They've also failed. Galamsey, Galamsey, all those terms were coined. So now the people think that to using the military in the first instance to champion the fight, which failed, the people on the ground didn't hear anybody any longer. Because you brought the soldiers themselves couldn't fight them, couldn't stop it. So it's only a state of emergency under which condition special arrangements, special protocols are rolled out.
That emergency or state of emergency. Yes, constitutionally provided. Article 21, Article 31. They make those provisions. But would the imposition of a state of emergency resolve the matter? I think that there's an alternative to the imposition of a state of emergency. Because if you declare a state of emergency, you require a lot more resources to enforce it.
Abai said, "Equate ya Galamsey." Na Ghana ma omu small scale mining. Watch it omu. Odi omu akojina court. Edi omu call prison. And then make her say, "Your mama ni be at that prison." Say omu ya Galamsey nti. And so you coaching China niba ono ya Galamsey queen. Ono de mo afana ankojina court, afana ankotum. Mo say on there onko chrome. And I'm going to free or home. And so your mother, omo da efiase. Ezu your ban. Omo chi omo Galamsey no. Omo atu omo. Your bema omo amnesty no mo saba. Okache oboye koko na yentie. If you listen to this video very well, John Mahama mampani eka kyerɛ oboye kokɔ sɛ onyamamu otumi a de oba bɛyɛ na Ghana for yentie. We are not smart enough anase yadwene ankoso sɛ omomu ye Galamsey no oba obegya omu nyina ene memfa won kwa akyire kra kwa awin okwa awin traditional council aye central for ishemu abo NDC MP wonum kwadu say ono na ema omanfo ye Galamsey ho atwa ne so dwan nyina adanse kro from NDC chairman on the ensem on you say already so come to me repeat it atuma mponua NDC constituency chairman na we kwa the NDC for na angasa na fi omu ba ekeka o enti enne se John Dramani Mahama media encounter na we say wo mo ya mine no e nya sika wom enti e kostopo a enye you declare state of emergency enya ya when say NDC for na eye enti na no so need the balls according to their own words na no other no mo say MPP for na abai mu mperi for na eye jana na to any of papa so best stop today why no na eye enti and any of papa say be declare state of emergency. Now when you listen to this video na and some of my can na no other e de dada Ghana for tom na da che ye ama Ghana for ko to obade ma wo mu na utie de ne omo aka so wo to oba ma NDC a e so ko sere bonifache so wo to oba pa ma NDC and some of my can na no other no e na wo gidi ye in spite of the nanado ye nyina yes we admit say je bibia na ye pepepe there were excesses there were lapses and never go home ma ankoye ebichai yajitum but then someone John Dramani Mahama and NDC for kaye ene the omo kano I think Ghanaians are too silent asofo na mudi gina mo pulpit to preach tananu ma na mu gunsa mudi gunsa TEU4 UTAC4 CLOSAC concerned teachers Ghana Medical Association Ghana Bar Association. I think your silence is becoming too loud. Too loud. Mami other videos no anopembe say kaka ya won sama mo kan na say what baby na wo twen say Ghana no aban wey e dey da so papa bi bebrewa then you revise your thinking about this government because omudi DI 2012 to 2016 so bu fi aban mu ana omonta aban be kika sama e de kire ya and today they are doing same na makaje me say mo me empire na 4 years na anya say 40 years it might be too long to come. Yes, the videos no ebio still on Galamsey and they are dealing with Galamsey and some of the kind in opposition and what they are telling us today shifting the goalpost now omuma reasons why the omukaya in opposition say omunya tumi ombaye no and the omuntumi nye
Sejami boa na NDC December 7 the 12 ama omampeli John Dramani Mahama ebe ye president edumano uma boswa ye
NDC when they were in opposition, I was part of those leading the charge on the Galamsey fight. We called out the president, and for which reason I said the president is practically the former president, probably the worst president we've ever had because of Galamsey. They joined us. They talked about repealing the LI. They talked about the state of emergency. They've been in office, and I'm just waiting for that 120 days to come to an end. Mr. President, you must live by your word. You cannot speak poetry in opposition and come and act prose when you are president. We expect a lot more from you in this fight. It's not about you. It's not about your